Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another Shop My Stash tutorial, this time using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I'm first starting by priming my eyes using Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm applying that all over the moving part of my lid, up to beneath my eyebrow, as well as along my lower lash line. Next, to begin with the shadows, I'm starting with the lightest matte brown in this palette using a Sigma E45 brush and running that through my crease. Then, using that same brush, I'm going into the matte cream color in this palette and applying that on my brow bone and then taking it down just to the edge of that crease color that I laid down to blend it out. To deepen up the outer crease and create more of a lifted look, I'm going into the shimmery indigo color in this palette and using the Eddie Funkhauser Eye Contour brush, applying that to the outer portion of my crease and then working that through my socket. Next, I add some shimmer to the lid and go into the shimmery gold in this palette and use a smudger detailer brush from MUA to apply that, patting that all over the moving part of my lid. But I am going to avoid the inner corner because I'm going to use that same brush to go into the champagne shade just above the gold, and that's what I'm placing in my inner corner here. And finally, for the last shadow, I'm going into this beautiful deep maroon shade and what I think is a brush from Morphe. I can't find it on their site, but it's closest to the large pointed crease brush. I'm using that to deepen up my outer corner, and then I will alternate between that and the Eddie Funkhauser brush to blend it out and the MUA brush to pack on that gold pigment onto my lid a little bit more. Next, I'm moving on to liner. This is Makeup Geek's gel liner in the shade Rave. It's this beautiful shimmery stone gray, almost with a hint of green, and I'm using a Bdellium Tool 710 brush to apply that to get a super precise wing. Then for the waterline, I'm applying Marc Jacobs High Liner Gel Crayon in the shade Vivid Purple. To finish off the eyes, I'm using the mascara that I've used in the past few tutorials because I'm really trying to use it up. It's Lancome's Wide Angle Fan Effect Mascara, and I'm applying a couple coats of that to my top and bottom lashes. Now on to foundation, concealer, highlight, and contour, all of which I am doing with the TEMPTU concealer wheel here. But don't be scared, I forgot to turn on the camera when I was applying it, so we're starting from here, and I'll explain what I did as I'm blending it out. First, I took the lightest shade in this palette and I applied it directly to my under eye area, as well as anywhere else I wanted to highlight, like down the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and the center of my chin. Then I took the next two shades up, blended them together, and applied that just underneath where I would put my contour, around my mouth, and just beneath the area under my eyes where I first placed that lighter shade. Then last, I went in with the two deepest shades in the palette, and I used that in the contours of my cheeks, my temples, and down the sides of my nose. And I'm using one brush, the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, to blend all of this out. Then to set all that, I'm going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette and using the shade Dim Light to set the places where I highlighted, as well as my under eye area, and Radiant Light in the hollows of my cheeks and my temples. To follow that up, I'm going in with IT Cosmetics Build-A-Brow in Universal Taupe and an angled liner brush, using that to sculpt and fill my brows. Moving on to the cheeks, I'm using e.l.f.'s Blush Palette in Light, and first starting with Makeup Geek's Angled Contour Brush and going into the lightest baby pink shade in this palette. I'm applying that to the top back portion of my cheekbones. Then I follow that up by using the Sigma Tapered Highlighter, or F35, and going into the shade just beneath that initial baby pink that I used and applying that more so to the apples of my cheeks. And to finally finish up this look, I am moving on to the lips using Ulta's Matte Lip Cream in the shade Artistic and applying that all over. That's it. That's everything you need to get this look using Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. Thank you guys so much for watching and for leaving your suggestions as to which palettes you want to see in these Shop My Stash videos. If I haven't used one that you want to see yet, please be sure to leave your suggestion in the comments below. I'll definitely look out for it. And then in the meantime, thanks again. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!